Back and now on to NBA hoops for the Washington Wizards. Currently stand in 4th position in the NBA Eastern Conference after winning 2 consecutive games against competitors Boston and Indiana. And here with us to weigh in with their thoughts on the NBA stretch run and the weekend review are Mark Gray of the Shadow League and African American newspaper and Jimmy Hellmann of HSRN and the president of the John Wall fan club.
Yes.
And you got to be excited. You got to be excited because he's coming back. He should be coming back sometime this week.
This week? No, he told me in the green room he might be playing 5-on-5 drills in practice at the end of the week.
Okay.
So that might.
They only have 2 games this week, so they probably want to give him another week off.
Work on his legs and try to get his playoff legs back and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, I think we'll appreciate his value when he gets back.
But did you see Bradley Beal singing a different tune? No, when they won 5 in a row, it was everybody eats. You know, we're good. But after he had to play, to play 45 minutes against Boston in double overtime, they interviewed him. He said, "John got to get back quick." That was what he said. He said,
"The things that he does for this team that makes the team better, and you can't deny that he's a one-man fast break, and he's the best creator off the dribble."
Well, because what is it? It's a 5-man game. So if you're off and running around by yourself, there's 4 other guys that need to be involved.
Yeah, but this team is not loaded with talent. I mean, we're not
team.
It's not. I mean, there's sometimes where you got players that have to be selfish. And on this team, there are times where I wish Bradley Beal was as selfish as John Wall was from the standpoint of wanting to make the big shot. I think in his heart of hearts,
he does want to. John Wall don't want to get the ball.
Well, he's had nobody to contest him for the shot while John has been gone.
And they've been winning at a higher clip than when John Wall's been healthy. There's a telling statistic since Wall's been out. The Washington Wizards offense on made baskets have assisted on 70% of their baskets come off of assists. That's because Otto Porter's more involved. Markieff Morris's game has risen up because they're getting the opportunities that they would not have if Wall was out there pounding a rock, waiting for Gortat to set screen and rolls for him. So when he comes back, all I'm saying is he should have learned something from watching what was going on out there and assimilate back in and maybe allow his teammates to do a little more, because that's part of being a quarterback and understand how to run a team, getting people involved and getting people off. And Bradley Beal, 34 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds in that double overtime win in Boston after they were down big in the first quarter. This guy is stepping up, and to me, I've always said it, he can be the go-to guy and will need to be in these upcoming playoffs.
Well, let's go back to the Markieff Morris thing.
Yeah, he's been playing extremely well.
Who's scared to cover his brother?
Hey.
Okay,
his brother dropped 30 that night, 32.
Right. We are putting down a guy that
won the game.
Whoa, I gave you a chance. I listened. I ingested. Now you must learn.
I must learn.
There is no way you can compare the alpha male qualities whatsoever of John Wall to want to do big.
I'm not talking about John Wall. I'm talking about Markieff Morris getting opportunities, other players on the team to make plays. You don't understand the team concept of basketball,
I do,
obviously.
And what I do understand the team concept is the team works when people are making clutch shots. And don't tell me Markieff Morris makes more clutch shots than John Wall.
Where do you get your assumption? But you're making up statements that I didn't make. I said that Markieff Morris is playing better. That's just a statement that Markieff Morris is playing. Got nothing to do with John Wall. Everything I say, you try to bring it back to John Wall. Got nothing to do with John Wall. When he comes back from his injury, no, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about Otto Porter, Markieff Morris, Oubre. All these guys are getting touches now where they can break guys down and make their own plays. That's why this team has not gone in the tank and playing under 500 without Wall. That's my point. Got nothing to do with Wall. You try to bring it all back to him. He's coming back from injury. Let's see what he does when he comes back.
Are that he is all that's wrong with the Wizards' offense. And Jimmy, you've said it for weeks. You've said it for weeks. He he is the broken oar in on the ship that
They're playing just as good without him as they did with him. That's all I'm saying. Yes, they are.
I don't know. There was some.
Look at the record. The record, they're at a higher win percentage without him than they were with him.
And
that's a fact.
Below 500 teams.
They're not playing below 500
well,
teams.
This last stretch
they're playing all
teams.
playoff teams. So that argument's out the door.
So, but are you still holding firm? They're playing better, but are you saying that they'll be able to accomplish their more goals without him than with him?
They need him for the playoffs. They're going to have to bring him back in, but the thing that Coach Brooks is going to have to do is massage his thing to where he can get healthy and back in top form while it's a moving ship into the playoffs. That's why I think it's important they get a team like Indiana in the first round that's a beatable team for them to get that first series out of the way before they get to the second series, and hopefully Wall has his legs under him. And, yeah, the Eastern Conference is, to me, Toronto is the front runner despite what he thinks. And Tyronn Lue is no longer coaching the Cleveland Cavaliers, so that's another.
When was Tyronn Lue ever coaching the Cleveland Cavaliers?
He has been on occasion.
LeBron said he's basically the captain of our ship. Basically.
He said basically. So
captain, not coach.
Basically, he has
big
been.
C on his lapel. And
but my point is, Cleveland's got a lot of stuff going on with them, and they will not have Kyrie Irving in a Cleveland uniform this playoffs.
And LeBron admitted, he said this is the first time in years that he hadn't played with a second All-Star. He's having to do it.
So he's just dismissing Kevin Love.
No, he hasn't had Kevin Love.
Right. But
this stretch of games he's been playing.
When he was in Cleveland, before he made the decision to go to South Beach, he got to the finals one time, got smoked by San Antonio. He never broke through until he went to Miami. Then he broke through, he come back, he had Love and Irving. Now he's on his own again. That's why I'm telling you, Toronto, my friend, will be representing the Eastern Conference in the finals.
I'm from Missouri in this case. You got
OKC went in and stopped that winning streak yesterday.
They did.
That's why you got a lot of people still not believing in Toronto.
5 Toronto starters plus the coach got thrown out of the game.
Houston's got a better chance at winning the West than Toronto has coming out of the East right now because the injuries to Golden State are devastating at this time of the year. Kevin's ribs, bad look. I mean, he needs all that area. Thumb injury for a shooter like Klay Thompson.
And Steph's ankle.
Yeah, and Steph's ankle. I mean, the big three are all ailing right now. So I like Houston a little bit more from that aspect. But Toronto in the East, they're going to beat LeBron, fly to 7.
You need to go back in the Old Testament. Kings and kingdoms end. All right? Elvis was king. His reign ended. Arnold Palmer was king.
But the
Jack Nicklaus took his
King James.
You gotta have a worthy king to take their place.
King James ain't fat, bloated, and on drugs.
Guess
either.
what?
So let's remember that.
The queen up in Toronto is about to take down the king across the border.
You have to show me that. We'll have
I can't wait.
So we've all got Villanova, so they stand no chance. You've got Toronto coming out of the East. You still got Cleveland. As long as the king is healthy.
But he won't go out to
Where
Vegas
can they follow you, Mark?
money on it.
Afro.com, theshadowleague.com. Yeah, I would.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition. I know you enjoyed it. It was informative and action-packed. And you look forward for more coverage of March Madness for men and women, the latest on the NBA stretch run, special features, and interviews with the players and coaches from the high school, college, and professional basketball teams in the metropolitan area on future shows. And remember, what's happening on the court will definitely be around the ball. And for all of you aspiring basketball stars out there, don't ever forget that focusing on your education is the first step towards making your hoop dreams come true. So until next time, from our co-hosts Nikki Lewis, Monica McNutt, and Janae Hayes, I'm Andrew Dyer for the Roundball Report. Good night.